Hi, this is Ron Ovitt, Mr. Change Agent, and today I got a kind of a fun video. It's on how to stop biting your nails. Now, if you had asked me, 5 years ago about this, I would have said it would have been impossible. It would have been impossible. How in the world are you ever going to do that? Because I bit my nails since I was a kid. And I didn't, I've seen some really severe cases, but mine was pretty bad. And I'd bite them, every day, multiple times. And I'd sometimes try to hide my hands a little bit, and I'm thinking, here I am, a pastor and a counselor and helping people, and here I have my own little thing, And when I started studying change, and I didn't become Mr. Change Agent by accident, there were so many things I needed to change in my own life. I was a phobic child. I had all these phobias and I had these fears and anxieties, and there was a lot of things that I had to overcome in my own life. And habits saved my life. I had built my life around habits. I knew as a child the power of habits. In fact, it was pretty interesting in my early days of studying psychology how many things I already knew because I had lived through them. I just didn't know the names for them. And so as I learned the names, I realized I had been practicing a lot of these psychological principles since I was a kid. And I know the power of habits. And what I would do is build a habit, my life around a habit, and not try to do the other thing because I knew that the power of a habit was so strong, I could make a habit. And I tell people that in addiction all the time. You got to, just like you're going to develop new habits and not use anymore, whatever it is you're addicted to, don't go back to it. Because just like the habit, you create a new habit of abstinence, that habit is easy to go the other way again. Habits are powerful things. Stimulus response are powerful. Now I want to talk about nail biting. I've worked with a lot of people. I've helped people, with pulling their hair. One that's pretty rare is misophonia, where people, they have trouble when they hear noises, like at the dinner table and someone's chewing on ice. It just sets them on edge, and they become very upset, whether it's anger or fearful, and they have to leave the table. I remember my first case on that one, working with them, and so I really worked on this. Well, nail biting is one that I was helping, and I thought, I'm going to work on myself on this one. Now, it's a typical classic stimulus response. The trouble was the stimulus wasn't that obvious. What do? All of a sudden, you're putting your fingers in your mouth and you're chewing. Well, where's the stimulus there? I never took the time to stop and figure out the stimulus. And this is why I teach in some of my class in mind skills, and I really encourage you to go that. You need to become aware. And because of my ability to become aware of my body and what's going on, when I decided I don't know what's going on, I focused. I was able to focus. And what I realized is that there was something going on. It's like a tingling in my fingers, a sensation. It was a sensation going on. And so when that tingling was on, rather than worry about and say, oh, gee, get rid of the tingling, I thought, well, what can I do to get rid of the tingling? How do you do that? You just don't say, be gone. Well, one way is to bite the nails. But then I tried this. I guess from learning to play the guitar, when I used to have to get calluses on my fingers because of those stinking metal strings, right? I would do anything to hurry up and get calluses. So I'd be walking around, I'd go to the edge of a table, right? I'd take a ruler, anything I could, and just try to build those calluses up, right? As fast as I could. Well, so I had a kind of a little knowledge, and I just started doing that. And that would get rid of the tingling. It would get rid of the tingling. And after a while, because I knew how to get rid of that, the cue left. Now, the only time that I get it, and my nails are pretty long now, as they get a little longer, then I start feeling it again. And what do? Something I never knew what to do before. Use nail clippers. It's amazing. I didn't know a thing about nails. And so I had to get nail clippers. And so every once in a while when it starts to get long, I clip them down a little bit. Typical nail management. Well, I encourage you, if nails is a problem with you, feel the sensations. See if this doesn't help get rid of it. Even if it's just for a moment, it comes back. Try it again. It's sort of like an itch, right? And then see if that doesn't help you. All right? Write me. Go ahead and go to our website, Empower for Living, and write me. Let me know if it worked for you. And we'll see if it doesn't, we'll try something else. But you can get a lot of this stuff if you stay on our YouTube channel, subscribe, or if you go to our blogs, or you go to our empowerforliving.com. You'll learn a lot. I have a whole bunch of stuff there with Mr. Change Agent, as well as some other things. I think you'll enjoy it. I hope this has helped you today. Go ahead and check out some more of our videos. Thanks for watching.